layout that took 3 years to build. I had really no experience putting one together, and pretty much learned as much as I possibly could on the internet before proceeding. But this is my first attempt and probably my last attempt, being that I'm 70 years old. But it was a lot of fun. I used 3/4 inch plywood. I used 2x4s, and then I used the foam to mount my mountains. It was a learning experience, having fun with it. The wiring was a lot of fun. I started out being very meticulous, and as the layout evolved, my wiring turned into pretty much a mess, but that's the way that it is. I hand built the trestle. That's my gorge right there that I built. Tried to make it as interesting as possible with tunnels. And here we are with the finished side of the layout. And again, woodland scenic buildings really adds a lot of detail. Adding the grass was a lot of fun. One thing that I really would recommend is just adding as much detail as possible with trees, with shrubbery. The lighting makes a huge difference. One note is that I have all my engines and rolling stock weathered, and that really does bring a level of detail and life to the layout itself. We even tried to add a little bit of interest inside the building, and we caught her changing her clothes. And here's the layout today. With the grasses added, all the road bed, all the trees. The trees seem to really make a difference. My engines are all weathered that run on the layout, as well as the rolling stock. Just try to add as much detail as possible. As you can see, I'm still working on things. But there's a finished trestle, my little rocky gorge. And we got a little bear, 2 bears. The buildings by Woodland Scenics make a huge difference as far as level of detail. I have the track laid out where I could, if I wanted to, run 5 trains on different track lines. And that was my initial thought when building the layout, was to try to utilize all the space as possible. And probably if I were to do it all over again, I would focus on, just a little more uniqueness with the track, maybe some crossovers, something like that, different levels, because right now I just have 1 and 2 levels. I think it would be interesting if there were just like another level in between these two. But never building a layout before. This is what I ended up with. And at this point, I'm pretty happy with it. Just running 5 trains at once, it gets pretty noisy down here. But it's a lot of fun.